Hey, welcome to my channel where I talk about my dolls, and that's literally it. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing all of my American Girl classic mold dolls, which is a funny thing to do because at one point it was my least favorite mold, and now it's the mold I have the most dolls of, 26 to be exact for now. So I'm going to only show, I'm going to do it in batches and then splice it all together because otherwise, where would I put 26 dolls? uh, I guess you'll see by the end, but some of the dolls are ones I've already shared in other videos, and some have just been in the background, and a few are actually new, so I definitely haven't showed them yet because I've only had them a couple days. So I'm going to start with a doll who's been in videos, but I've never talked about her, never had a reason to talk about her, and that's Sage, which is, she's a funny doll to start with because I think she was actually one of the first classic mold dolls I ever got, and there was just something about her that spoke to me, even though I don't know what it is. Compared to some of the other classic mold dolls that I have now, she's it's still cute. I guess it's, you know what it is, it's the unique shade of red hair color that she has and the bright blue eyes. And she has freckles, right? That must, yeah. I always love dolls with freckles, so I guess it shouldn't be too surprising. So she sits up in Joss's mini, the van that she has, and you can barely see her. Even when I do show, I can barely see her myself, unless I'm standing in my kitchen doing dishes. So that's literally one of my first classic mold dolls. So that's why I want to start with her. And the next one I'm gonna go with is sort of custom. I've shown her already a couple times now. She was recently in my uh, dressing my dolls for Pride video, and people asked who she was because I wasn't talking about any of the dolls in that video. I was just talking about myself the whole time. So I didn't get a chance to say who she was in that video. This is, as I said, her name's Lupe, and she's uh, Truly Me 71, which is a medium skin tone, no hair doll with brown eyes. And I've had her in quite a few outfits, but she's just wearing this for June, so there's only a couple weeks left of her in this outfit, which looks really cute on her because of that black bob she's got. And I probably got her back around the fall, maybe like October, November. She went on sale at Indigo, and I found this wig on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, and realized I needed a doll to put it on. And the next doll I'm going to show, I'm going to try to fly through them because, like I said, there are so many, and I don't think I have that much to say about some of them. The next doll I've shown so many times recently, and I've named her Starla, and she is a Truly Me 102. And if I had to play this game to save my life, I would not last very long. I'm so bad. I write them down. I still say the wrong numbers. But anyway, she's a re-released version of Truly Me 33, who I also have. So I have them as sisters. And she's wearing a Maple Leaf outfit with American Girl boots because the boots don't really fit. And she's currently holding carrots right here because in the scene I'm setting up with her, she's feeding the horse. That's what's going on with her. And there's something about this doll that I've always loved, and when I look at her, she does look unique. As I'm showing them all to you, I hope they all seem a little bit unique from each other, but something about her really called me, even though I was like, no, I don't like the classic mold. So it took me a long time. I only got her pretty recently, but I wanted her from probably around last October, November, when she was shown in the Holiday Magic re-release outfit. So I might as well, show her sister next because get it over with. I've already shown them so many times. So like I said, this is Truly Me 33, and her name is Brienne. They're the Feldman sisters, and they have a brother on the way. I've ordered him now. He's a CYO, and he's also going to be in a Maple Leaf outfit. And when I showed her before, I showed her in my Maple Leaf dressing, like unboxing and dressing video, and I didn't get her socks and shoes on very properly because I was doing it quickly. But as you can see, they are like a perfect fit. So if anybody, I said the same thing in the video, but I think I didn't showcase it very well. So it might not have been believable if you looked at it. You're like, oh, those look kind of like they fit funny. But I honestly think Maple Leaf made them with American Girl in mind, because I don't even see how these would fit the Maple Leaf feet as well as they do the American Girl feet. So anyway, she's wearing a mix of some Maple Leaf items, but the main part is the utterly perfect outfit for Maple Leaf. And then once their brother arrives, I think I'll be done with that scene because I have a lot to put up there. And I'm finally going to show a doll, or no, Sage was the same thing, a doll that I haven't really showcased before either. His name is Cameron. He is Truly Me 104. So he's the second boy that they released with the classic mold, classic sculpt. And I have the other one who we'll bring up in a minute so I can compare them if you're curious how much they changed. Spoiler alert, not very much, but enough that I'm like, I can warrant getting both of them. Because his hair is a little bit more reddish if you look at it. I guess he's like the strawberry blonde, like the sister characters here. And I have him up in Joss's collection as well. He's holding the surfboard that comes with her van. And he's wearing, I believe this is a Sophia's outfit. It's an off-brand, but I think that's the one that made it. And it was the perfect color story. As you can see, like even with the towel here, this is from Joss's minivan. And I think are these Joss's? No, these came with the snack or the summer fun outfit. I think that goes with the snack set. But it was, again, the perfect color. So I decided to put them together as an outfit. And he's holding the burrito from the snack stand. So I just had to make sure they all fit here because I don't want to have my normal chaos. And again, a doll I've shown so many times, especially recently, but she is among my favorites. Her name is Celeste, and I might as well say she's a truly me 129. She's just the cotton candy hair doll, but re-released recently with eyelashes, and she's wearing the CYO outfit, the rainbows and unicorns, which, sorry, I might as well show you the back because she's wearing the backpack. And when I got the CYO doll that came in this outfit, my intention was to put it on this doll, but at the time of receiving that doll, I had only just put her in a new outfit anyway. So anyway, this is, I like to call her my little ally queen because she's like a little rainbow friend. And as I said a minute ago, I've already shown, so this is the original classic sculpt boy doll. And if anybody's wondering, no, you shouldn't put hockey skates on the American Girl doll stand because it will scrape them up. And that's what I'm seeing right here, right now. So he is Truly Me 74, and he was the first version, so I can put both boys up together so you can compare if you need to. But like I said, not much difference. The first one has lighter hair, it's a little bit blonde, and other than that, pretty much the same. I think even the eyebrows are the same, right? Let me look. Yeah, there isn't much difference between them. But because there aren't a lot of boys, they don't leave as many options but to have what looks like duplicates even though they're not. Okay, so this is the first of 4 batches. How I'm gonna present them, and give me a second to get ready for the second batch. I'll be right back. Okay, and what I forgot to mention that last batch is I was starting out with my classic molds that are all contemporary dolls. So the rest are going to be historicals, and this next batch is going to be the 50s and the 80s, which is kind of funny because in the 1980s, the 50s had a little bit of like a revival. So I'll start with Mary Ellen because she's the main 1950s character. And there's not much to say about her, just that I have a big collection for her in my display. So she's got the diner and everything like that, which I've already shared. So anybody who's seen either of my videos might remember that. And she just got her full meat outfit, meat accessories, and some frilly socks that I got they're Sophia's socks, which I talk about a lot on my channel too, Sophia's doll brand. So she's the first of the 1950s girls. So I'll just put her over here while she awaits her little mold sisters. That sounds weird, mold sisters, sculpt sisters. And then I'll go into her 80s counterpart, which a lot of people originally thought or said that she might be the granddaughter or something just because they have some slight aesthetic similarities. But the thing about Courtney is anytime I talk about Courtney, I talk about how her collection is so strange. It's just like a bunch of mix and match things. And so every time I show her, I feel like I've got a new mix and match on her just because I'm trying to find that quintessential Courtney outfit, but it's so hard because she has so many great pieces and none of them are like, aside from her meat outfit, none of them are, this is an outfit. So this time I've got her in like her fitness, what would it be, like a bathing suit kind of? What else would you call that? Leotard, and the sweater that went over it, and her meat skirt. These roller skates, which aren't hers, but well, they are in my collection, but they were truly me roller skating set. And then she's got a lot of her accessories, like as you can see, her fanny pack, her, what is this called? A Walkman, and some of her, nope, none of her jewelry. She's giving it all away, just her earrings. Okay, so I'll put her over to the side now, make room for her sculpt sisters. And Mary Ellen in my collection has 2 best friends, and one of them is named Mary Sue. and she's got on my favorite Mary Ellen outfit, the sock hop, or what do they call it? It's like a rockabilly sock hop kind of outfit, and I love these saddle shoes. And I put it on the doll I called Mary Lou, and she is a Truly Me 103, which is a re-release of Truly Me 61 with, you could probably see from there that she has the painted eyelashes, and their eyebrows are probably a bit different, because that's what I noticed with my 33 and 102 is they have different eyebrows. Oh, and she's holding a milkshake because in my display she's drinking a milkshake. So it looks really weird because it's not dripping out. Um, and there's a third friend who's not a classic sculpt, so she won't make it into this video. And the next 80s girl is somebody I've named Debbie after the singer from the 80s called named Debbie Gibson. And she's a Truly Me 100, which should be easy to remember because it's such a basic number, but I forget. And I always try to give this doll some volume to her hair to make her look a bit more 80s, but everything I do, braids, whatever, it all just comes back to this like thin, limp hair and, or fine hair, I should say. So this is the best I can do. She's obviously wearing the Care Bears pajamas, and she lives in Courtney's bedroom set with her stepsister, who's also not classic sculpt, so I'm not going to bring her into this video. And the final 50s girl with a classic sculpt is actually one of my favorite classic dolls, classic American Girl sculpt, I mean. Her name is Charisse, and she is a Truly Me 21 with the pin curls, because later she was released without the pin curls, and I just don't think she's the same without them. But she's got such a cute little face, and her hazel eyes, and the little blonde hair. And sometimes when I show her in my Mary Ellen collection, people think she's Mary Ellen, but I don't think they look that, I mean, they all look somewhat similar, but I'm hoping that if I show all the classic molds together, you can see little variations between them. And then the last doll from this batch is a doll I've also shown many times, even recently. Her name in my collection is Mariela, and she is Truly Me 16, which I always confuse with Truly Me 25, even though one has bangs and one doesn't. And she's, again, wearing another mix and match, what would you call this, ensemble from Courtney's collection. And I think that's all I need to say about this batch. Because okay, so I'm halfway through, and I'm just going to jump right in because, as I said, there were rest our historicals. And the first one here is anniversary or birthday version, a birthday edition of Kit. This was another early classic sculpt doll I bought, and I was not even totally sure why. It's just that she had these, I had a vision for her display in my collection, and I had to have the entire thing in order to justify having her. And I don't know if I mentioned this about her yet, but I think maybe I did, that when I originally bought her, she was already on a little bit of a sale, and she already shipped, and 2 days later she went on like an extraordinary sale, and it was like a $75 US difference, which is over $100 Canadian. So I called up American Girl and I was like, listen, how do I get a price adjustment? Because the doll has like, I haven't even received it yet, and this whole package is like now $75 cheaper. So they made me, well, not made me, they said the only option was if I repurchase everything, wait for the first batch to arrive, and then send it back for a refund. And that's what I ended up doing, because I just could not, I would have gone out of my mind if I didn't try to like save that money, because as I said, when you're paying with Canadian currency, everything is so much more expensive. And the tracking showed as delivered, and a month later I called them up and I'm like, when am I getting the money back? And then they immediately gave me a refund. Anyway, it's a little silly backstory on my kit. And next, I'm always so excited to show this little cutie, but this is obviously Molly in her camp outfit. And as soon as I saw this outfit, I was like, I need to put it on a doll. But what doll? Because I don't want to collect the original, like the original 3 characters. I don't want to have too many of the classic sculpt. And there was something so boyish about it. I thought, okay, I could get it for a boy doll, but the only one who really could make it look this cute is Molly. And even though it looks like a boyish outfit, that just makes this, at least this version of Molly in my collection, like a tomboy Molly, which just makes me like her all the more, because little tomboy kids are, I don't know, I guess I relate in like an opposite kind of way. Because I had a tomboy cousin growing up, and everybody used to always say, it's so weird that your cousin likes playing with trucks and you like playing with dolls. To this day. No, I don't think she still plays with trucks. Okay, and sorry, I'm just jumping all along because I'm excited to get to the last batch. I'm excited to get through all of them, as I always am. And here's another one who I got along like a pretty long time ago, and I told myself I would never get her, but I think it was the unique eye color. Obviously, this is Caroline. It was the unique eye color that made me cave. And I just recently discovered that there are two versions of her, and I don't know. I think I have the historical, not the Be Forever version, because to me, when I looked at them side by side in pictures, historical Caroline looks cuter than Be Forever. Something about the face shape, and I don't know. I mean, it could just be a bias because this is my doll, but I think she's so cute. She's like, I feel like I got a good one. And I mean, I bought her obviously locally. I didn't buy her in the store because I bought her years after she was already retired. But she's so opposite of my favorite aesthetic with the blonde hair and the light blue eyes. But it's just the way it ties together with the pink and the green. I really do like Caroline. And now that the classic mold has grown on me and I have so many, I think it's not so ludicrous that I would feel that way. And here's another frilly pink girl who turns out in her story she isn't. But this is Be Forever Samantha in her frilly frock, wearing an outfit that you would not see in 1904. I had my suspicions, and then I was watching Lady Rebecca Fashions, and she confirmed that they would not be wearing this like metallic pink, and the neckline would come all the way up, and this looks a bit more, I think she said 1920s. Not that I'm going to give it to Claudia or anything, because Claudia has enough outfits, but I just like it on her. If she's some fantasy 1904, like somebody wearing a costume, or just some classic timeless doll, I just like the way this Samantha looks. And I have a few Samanthas now, so I think I can say that I like this one. I just want to make sure they're all in a good view. And here's a doll I've shared, but I've shared her in a different form. And it's Tenny, but when I introduced her before, I talked about her before, I said that I was toying with the idea of putting her in Caroline's world because I had Caroline's holiday outfit. And I was worried that this wouldn't match, that there wasn't a color match. It's a little off. It looks a little bit better. It looks a little bit worse on camera if I'm looking at the monitor, but in person, it's actually a little bit more decent of a match. The only thing is I wish this outfit came with some kind of choker. I just put some pearls on her to cover up the neckline. And what I love about Tenny with this outfit, not that this is the fan that goes with this outfit, but no other doll could hold a fan the way Tenny can. Like, there's nothing in here. She's just literally just holding it in her little lobster claw, and which is part of the reason, now that I'm not looking at her, I can't get it back in. But let me turn it around. You're making a liar of me. Oh, let's put it between your fingers. That's why. So yeah, she holds things so easily. It's like, I wish more dolls came with this hand, and I know that's not a popular opinion, but yeah, I tried tights with this because that's how it is in the picture, and for some reason it doesn't look good on her with tights. So I think she's just going to be stockingless Tenny. And the last one I'm showing from this batch is one I've shown quite a few times recently because she's a new doll. She's newly released. It's the re-release of the historical Kirsten, and I showed her, I think, in the very last video I did. So there's not much to say about her other than she looks so different from her Pleasant Company counterpart. But you know, I'm really glad that I got them before the $10 price hike, as I'm sure anybody who did feels. All right, so that's batch number 3. So I have one more to go, and I think I'm making good time here. So it's probably obvious that the last batch of dolls I have are my Pleasant Company dolls. And if you do the math, that means there are 7 of them, which is an increase from how many I've had from what I've shown before. I'm just going to start with my very first Pleasant Company doll, who was this Samantha right here. I call her my dreamer Samantha. Burst my bubble if I'm wrong, but that's how she looks to me. And I put her in her midi outfit with a pair of Cecile's boots, but they're a good stand-in because this outfit didn't come with the boots. And yes, no matter how many times I look at this girl, she's so precious. My favorite, well, among my favorites, you know, the one I would grab if I could only grab one in an emergency. So having said all that, let me just cast her aside to make room for the new ones. And the next doll I'm about to show is someone I've shown quite a bit to because she has a little bit of a saga to her, which isn't important for this video, but she also has a new outfit, which is important for this video. And you can probably already see that it's Felicity in her, oh no, what's it called? Her riding her riding outfit. That's not what it's called. Anyway, I'm so excited I can't think of what it's properly called. But I picked up this outfit a couple days ago from a very sweet, kind person who gave me a lot of free gifts with the clothes that I bought. And I'll show them over time, but it's too much for one video and I'm already showing 26 dolls. But look how much it makes her eyes pop, as I'm sure everybody already knew. But, you know, I didn't really know that. So I'm really excited to see her. And one day I'll probably fix the feathers because they're kind of small in the back and, you know, they could probably be a little bit more robust. But even with that, the outfit is still perfect. This doll is still very special to me after all I went through with her. And I love her new outfit. I'll throw her over here. And the next one is my second Pleasant Company Samantha. And when I showed her last time, she was wearing her Buster Brown dress, her school outfit. And I was in that video, I talked about how I watched I already mentioned her, Lady Rebecca Fashions, and she said the only thing that was missing from this outfit being completely accurate is having a pinafore over top. And I mentioned already where I bought this lot of clothes, and Samantha's birthday dress and pinafore was in it. So I thought, you know what? Let me make her look a little bit more accurate. And I fixed up her bow a little bit too. So so cute. I don't know how many Samanthas I'm going to have in the end because, you know, with my Be Forever Samantha behind me, that's already 3. And so let me put her over the other Samantha. And in that same video where I showed the new Samantha, I also showed my Pleasant Company Kirsten, who's really chubby, really cute. She's wearing the re-release of the birthday outfit. I just had to fluff up the flowers a little bit, and I'm still sorting out where I'm going to display all my Pleasant Company dolls, but now that they're a part of my life, I'm going to sort it out soon. But it's like, just take a moment to appreciate how precious and cute she is. And I think she is the chubbiest of my dolls. I'm surprised she fit in this outfit considering it's new. And so now I'm up to the part of the video where I'm sharing the new dolls that I have. And in my last video where I was talking about all my Pleasant Company stuff, I mentioned that if I came across a local Molly doll who was cute and a good price, I would get her. And so I think it was like the Saturday that I uploaded that video. I could be wrong about that, but anyway, Monday, I had to drive my partner 96 kilometers, about 56 miles. Like I was going somewhere with him that I had to drive anyway. And that same day I was going to drive him, the morning of, somebody posted this doll for sale, and it was in an area that was on the way to where I was driving my partner. Like I don't go there on a normal basis, but like what are the odds? I would say very high because I did mention how I wanted to get a Molly, and there she was just waiting for me to buy her. And she's wearing the skating outfit from the movie collection. And so it came from the same lady who sold me the lot of clothing recently. And, you know, all she said was it was going to be the sweater and the skirt. And then she found a muff and earmuffs. And she found a pair of skates. They're not the right ones, as you can see, the fur's missing. But she also gave me a fur shawl that I can, craft onto the skates if I deem it necessary. Even though the shawl is cute on its own, but still, I think I might do it one day. But it's like, look how cute she is. I don't know if I'm really showing how really cute she is, but I think I'll end up trying to get her complete birthday outfit one day. But for now, this is like a beautiful Molly outfit displayer, and I love doing winter displays for my dolls anyway. So I would have wanted this no matter what. And it just so happened the same day that I was going to pick up this doll, I found out that, you know, I could also get this outfit to go with her. The universe. It's like I should stop putting things out there because then before I know it, I have more and more dolls, which segues into my next story. So when I bought this doll, she came with no outfit. They were nude, just underwear. The person who was selling that was also selling, in my last video, I talked about being happy and satisfied with my Samantha dolls, and there was no intention to buy a Samantha doll, but because she had this other PC Samantha, who was different from these two Samanthas because she's got, if you look at her, she doesn't have dreamer eyes, but they are the lighter brown than this Samantha's eyes. And as you can see, She doesn't have any color on her, like on her lips or on her cheeks. So I mentioned before that it's easy to do with pastels. I'm just going to do a little quick like demonstration because I got asked as I explain that I need to stop saying that I don't need any more of this or any more of that. And I really, even though I do mean it, it's like, what am I not supposed to listen when? Oh, sorry, let me just wash my hand for a minute. Am I not supposed to listen when this like doll literally jumps in my lap? So that's the only reason I ended up buying her, was because it would, it was, she, like I said, she had $3, which means I had one more left. And she, she was doing like, what do you call it? A bundle price if you got all three. So I'm not even showing what I'm doing, but you're just basically putting a little bit of dab. I don't know if I mentioned I'm doing this because when I posted my last video, people were asking like what to do or to do a little tutorial. And you're really just like rubbing it in. It's not, there's nothing much to it. If you mess it up, just wet it while it's still like fresh and it'll easily wipe up. But you can't really see much of a difference right now because like I said, you build it up over a couple days. But that's that's just a little quick tutorial I want to give in the middle of this, because I am excited to show my final doll. And I'm not saying I saved the best for last, because I don't think anybody else is going to agree with how cute she is and how, like, I don't think anybody will love her as much as I do, because she's not a historical doll. She's a Pleasant Company Girl of Today doll. And I'm probably a little bit biased toward her because I got to put her in this new outfit that I recently acquired that I'm completely obsessed with. And it's, so I've named her Parker, and she is Girl of Today 12. And she was in like slight need to be cleaned up mode. But can you see how cute she is? Is it just me? Feel free to burst my bubble and tell me she's not as cute as I think. But I just think she is like the cutest doll. Like with you know what it is? What really gets me? It's the squishy, soft vinyl of the Pleasant Company dolls that really has sucked me in. And I hope, no, I'm not going to say anything else because I know what happens every time I say something about not needing anymore or hoping I'm done. I'll just say that, you know what? No, I'm not gonna say anything else. Anyway, so she is so cute. And in my mind, I might put her in Melody's collection because I find this outfit very 1960s. And the reason I named her Parker is because I used to collect Integrity Toys, and they had their 60s character called Poppy Parker. And originally I was gonna call her Poppy, but I was like, no, that's too much. It's too on the nose. So if I call her Parker, that's another thing. So I feel like she might be a 1960s doll, or maybe sometimes she'll be a 1960s doll because she's just so cute. I want to put her in everything. So yeah, 26 classic mold dolls, and I can't even tell you how recently it was that I was like, okay, I'll get one just so I have one of every sculpt, and then it was like, okay, I guess I'll get Courtney because I have her whole collection, and if I could justify like needing it for something. But in my defense, I have so many classic mold dolls because there are so many classic mold dolls. And I don't know, I guess they're like potato chips, right? And especially these Pleasant Company dolls, like, what am I going to do? Like pray for me, or not pray for me, but like, send me wishes that I don't go any further off the deep end and that I just finished on the most perfect doll that I could possibly get. Well, I mean, they're all perfect, but this beautiful girl of today, number 12, because I had only ever seen, before I had this doll, I'd only ever seen the Truly Me 12 or the Just Like You 12 or whatever they turned into when Mattel bought out, and she doesn't look anything like the doll. I didn't even know who it was anyway. So I think I've said enough about these classic mold dolls, and I did manage to technically have them all on screen at the same time. I just had to cheat a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed some of the dolls, and I will see you soon in the next one.